Hello everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I'm TechyPlayz, and we are back with more Pokemon Shield Isle of Armor Pokédex completion for Shiny Keldeo. And I did a little bit in between this and last stream. I moved Kubfu to the end of the list because I did ask Shadow King about it. He said he's going to have to double check, see if he has one. If not, he'll probably go and make it happen. So, just as so it's not constantly at the beginning of the list, that's moved to the back. I caught a second Scyther. I moved it to Legends Arceus. I used the metal coat to evolve it single player style there, and now moved it back here. So, that's done. Off the list. Next is Pinsir. Pinsir, no spawn, no unknown habitat. So, that brings me to my next point. I made all the nursery trips that I needed to for this stream ahead of time. I have 6 eggs in total, one of them currently in my party, 2 of them for one evolutionary line, 3 of them for another. Actually, I shouldn't have done the third one because I already had the first one of the 3 stage. So we have an extra egg. Woo woo. I over prepped. But anyways, everything else on the list aside from Kubfu should be found here on this island in all weather. We'll get to those. When we get to those, we're going to try our best to go specifically in the order of the list. Aside from Kubfu this stream. Okay. First thing first, I already have the Pinsir egg in my inventory, so we're just going to ride around and hatch as a Pinsir. While we're doing that, we are going to make our way over to where Sandygast dwells. So that way we can also get that one done pretty much immediately afterward. Oh, Pikachu. I like how, because of Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu, they've added the voice line dialogue, whatever you want to call it, for Pikachu and Eevee in this game, and then they never did it again. They went back to their little pixely doodad cries in Scarlet. I mean, I haven't played BDSP, so I don't know if Brilliant Diamond or Shining Pearl has them in there, so I guess can't really speak fully knowledge, but as far as I know, the only Switch games aside from, I believe, Let's Go Easy and Pikachu themselves, is Sword and Shield that have the actual verbal Pokemon cries versus we timed that perfectly because Sandygast is like just on that sand on that shore ahead. At least that's where they usually are. And there we have Pinsir. I need to highlight that and remove it from the list. Pinsir is checked and ready to go. We'll quickly put it in its proper box. I also organized the box. So now, they're all, box 2 is in order. Box 1 is in order and almost complete aside from Gupfu. All we need that we can get for box 1 left is Sandygast, which should be right here. Yeah, I remember my first encounter in this game with Sandygast. It was with Melmetal. And I didn't have Iron Head. I had... It was a fighting type move. So imagine, to my surprise, my big buff mythical Pokemon that I've been trashing everything in the base game and everything so far in the main game comes up against this, and none of my moves were effective. No effect from anything. I was like, I'm in danger. But yeah, but we're not here to fight it. Anyway, we are here to catch it. So. One, two, three. And look at that. Take it off the list. Put it in its box. What? There we go. Now, officially, purposefully going to be starting with box 2. Okay, I need to double check. Poliwag, Poliwhirl, Poliwrath. Polytoad. So, what we're going to do is we are going to go back over to where we found Poliwhirl, which is in a pond. Oh, not a pond, but like a puddle right before the cave we found its other evolutionary members. And, I mean, if we don't see it in there, we'll go and grab a Poliwag and do it the longer way. But I'm hoping that we should be able to just find another Poliwhirl right. You know, that's a Quagsire. So no Poliwhirl there. Means we could still find a Poliwhirl in here. But we'll most likely find the Poliwag. The Barboach. There's Poliwag. So we'll do this the long route. And by long route, I mean we only really have to level it up once, and then I think we gotta give it a Sun Zone? I'm gonna have to check the Pokédex on that one. There's over 1,000 Pokemon, and I am not gonna remember the evolution methods for every single thing. Trade holding a King's Rock. Oh, that's troublesome. I thought it was a Sunstone evolution. Crud. You know what? I'm gonna try something. You guys aren't gonna see this one. But I'm searching GTS for it. And okay, so with what I have for trade, there's only a Scarlet, a Pokemon Bank, and a BDSP Politoed available for GTS. I thought it was a trade. Why is it a trade evolution? Why? The other one's a stone evolution. Poliwrath is a stone evolution, but I didn't need that because I found one. And why can't the trade one be the one I find? Alright, we're gonna search again with Pokemon that I don't have included to see if there are any Sword or Shield. There is, and they want a Furfrou with a heart trim. Sorry, don't have that. And then there's a shiny one from Violet that they want a Blood Moon or a Saluna for. Oh god. And then we will do ones that we do have, but include legendary and mythical. And that literally all it added was one from Violet for a Shanpao. Wow. Why does no... Why? Okay, so Politoed might be one that we can't do this stream at all. Because I don't even know if it's possible. I'm gonna Google it. It's not in Legends Arceus, so I can't round about that. So that one will be on hold. I mean, we can still catch this Poliwag and make it a Poliwhirl. And then we can just sit it at the bottom of box 2, because I don't think we're going to fill box 2 with what we have left. Dang, I thought I had this all figured out. I forgot that Politoed is a trade evolution with a King's Rock. We are going to give it a rare candy if we have one. We do. So we'll get a Poliwhirl, and then if we have a King's Rock, we might as well just slap it on there as well. And then we'll just let it sit. And when we get the Cubpoo situation sorted out with Garrett, we'll get a Politoed situation figured out. Which reminds me, I do want to put my Shellbell back on Melmetal. King's Rock is K. Awesome. And back up. Go to Pokemon. Boxes. We'll just put it in the spot there. I mean, no, then we might forget about it. So we'll just put it in the bottom row in the same column so that it kind of fits. So without Politoed as an option to get, we will keep it on the list, but I think we are also going to just move it. Move it at the end, or before Code Blue, though. That way, our actual next target is X-Cloud, and I swear if this is another trade evolution, I'm gonna like, Game Freak, why do you do this to me? We are gonna look it up, though. It is simply level 40. Okay, that works. That's fine. They're all gonna be level 60, so I gotta level them up the hard way, or Poliwag. Poliwag. Level up the hard way to one level, or we do a raid and we get candy. And I think we might choose raid because that's one battle instead of several. That's a little bit of a change of pace from the other stuff. I know I've done 1 or 2 raids during these streams. But at least it's not several battles with like a Maractus like I was doing before. So. There's one over this way that we can go do. Am I blind? Did I pass it? I mean, there's feedback that way. Okay, so it's inside. Okay, so to the left. Down here? Yes, it's down here. Oh, Jordan. What are you? It's a Ditto. Those are dangerous to do. I swear, because I've done one, especially with Melmetal, it's like, I regret, because it almost always picks you. And if you're going with a strong Pokemon, then it becomes a strong Pokemon. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like a Ditto raid is too much of a gamble. Especially because, like, if it's a shiny Ditto and I lose out on it again. I missed out on a Terra one. I don't want to relive that. I guess I couldn't tell beforehand on this one though. Okay, I was hoping there would be one over here. We'll just go to the town map and go back to the beginning. Do one that's closer to over here. I think that's a Jigglypuff. Cleffa. Evil. Right? That's a tough fight. Tough fight to distinguish. We'll use Gengar. And we'll do it. Oh, I wasn't right first. It is Jigglypuff. Okay. I'm using Max Ooze with Gigantamax Gengar. Okay, the first time I've done a raid in Gigantamax Gengar since I taught him a poison type move. Alright. Five shields? Gee. It's a Jigglypuff. Max Ooze again. Won't do as much because of the shields, but it'll break two shields, or it'll ignore the shields outright and just defeat the Jigglypuff. Okay, I'm not catching it. Even if it would turn out to be a shiny, it's like... Oh, we got candy. We will use one large on the Loudred. We will also use one medium on the Loudred. Did not see that coming. Now we can finally have Explode. I'll see. I accidentally bumped the left bumper, which I did not think would also trigger the save screen. But We know. We can put Explode right there where it belongs. Now we can worry about Sandshrew. Would be in the cave. Here. Hey, look, Sandshrew. Don't want thunder. I don't want to fight it. I just want to put it in the ball. Now we got Sandshrew. We already have Sandslash. So this and the next one is a case of we caught it, evolved it before it ever met Pokemon Home. No Sandshrew. And our next target literally just popped into view. But we're gonna put the Sandshrew in the box first. Sandshrew box. Done. Done. Come here, Cubone. Into the Ultra Ball you go. I love it when they when they stay in the first ball. It's great. It's my favorite. And I'm not meaning that like it's my favorite. I mean it like that is my favorite. Most of this stream is going as smoothly as intended. Most of it. Frickin' Polytoad, man. Ooh, hello, Sandshrew. We're gonna go this way. No, we're not. No. Rest of the way through here. This is probably the place that I spent the least amount of time. Alright, it's literally just a giant dust bowl. So we'll just fly. So, back to the tower over here. Was Skrelp. It's out in the waters. Like everywhere around. And every weather. It also says it's not available fishing. So every weather, but not fishing. Oh. Aha! Screw you, Sharpedo. I am getting Skrelp. Now, Skrelp is also one that I caught and evolved and then moved. But I have Duralgy. I just need Skrelp. So 3 of those instances in a row where I caught a Pokemon, it's a 2-stage evolution, evolved it to its 2nd stage, and never caught another 1st stage, and just moved to 2nd stage at all. Yeah, Skrelp. Next 2 is Quancher and Clawitzer. Got that one really close. Didn't even get me a chance to put Skrelp away. Now we've got 2 eggs. So, yeah, and then of course the third egg of that. We'll still hatch the 3rd egg because, you know, Masuda method happening with the foreign language ditto. So the chance that one of our Porygons, you know, our last egg hatched for the collection could be shiny. I mean, it's not the last, but it's the last of the Isle of Armor. So temporarily forgot about the Crown Tundra. We'll worry about Porygon them after. I don't even know if I have the items required for Porygon line. And honestly, if I want to make anything worthy of making another, like, stream, I might want to just save the Porygon line for another day. Now, if I would have been able to get if I would have gotten a hold of Garrett sooner, got Cubfu arranged, if I would have remembered that Politoed was a trade evolution and got that done, then we could have been done with Isle of Armor today. But unfortunately, there were oversights. I knew Cub Food was gonna give us trouble. But Politoed, unfortunately, we can't candy our way through this one, so we're gonna have to do some battling. So the stream's not over quite yet. Just I gotta get one of these to level 37, which shouldn't take too long. Honestly, that is the most effective confusion has been to my Melmetal ever before. So cool. So 18, we're about halfway there. Thunder Punch. $20. Oh. There was a held item that you could put on a Pokemon to where it doesn't try to learn any move. I know that would be very counterproductive in most cases, but when you're just trying to do a practically living dex, because Pokemon Home demands of you, it'd be so much easier. Yeah. Jumped up from 1 to 18, but it's gonna be a whole thing. Thunder Punch. That was a very quick response in Pelipper. But it's still gonna get the Thunder Punch. This one has Drizzle. But that's not gonna save it from the Thunder Punch. We are going to see how much these 4 medium candies will do. Got a good amount of progress there. Almost to 30. We just gotta get 8 more levels. Alternatively, could also do another raid. And get more candy. But I feel like that we've definitely gotten into the slower part of battling for XP. We'll do a Maril raid and please Gengar again. That might be not a great idea, but I feel like it's equally risky to use Melmetal for type wise. I think it's a 3-star raid, so I really shouldn't worry that much. I didn't want to unknowingly go into an equal type disadvantage on both ends. So if I'm gonna risk that, I'm gonna go with the one that has a stab bonus on the moves that I'm gonna be using on it. Yes, I know. Wishy-washy schooled. Woohoo. Hit it with the max ooze. So far, it's going just as good as the Jigglypuff raid did. It also put up 5 shields. So far, it's going exactly how. Another max ooze, and we're going to see if it ignores the shields like last time. Yep. That practically was an identical fight. Okay, we are going to catch this one, mostly because if I can get a shiny Mario, that'd be really neat. Besides, it could interchange with the one we did catch for this specific Pokédex completion. So, if it's shiny, you can just swap, you know. But you don't know until after you catch it, which is one thing I do like about Terra raids more than Dynamax raids, is you know if it's shiny before you even get that far. It's not shiny. Alright. Yeah, you can just go box 29 with these two. Did I say box 2? I was at box 29 with these two. Right? I did say that. I'm blanking. I'm hoping I said box 29 with these two instead of box 2 with these two. Just in case I did say box 2, I want everyone to know that I acknowledge that I may have misspoke, and you should forgive me if I did. All 5 of these medium candies. I'm going to use this large candy. Then use this rare candy. And that should be perfect. That's perfect. It's really not even been an hour. It felt like it's been like an hour and 15 minutes. Not like too long, but like it felt like longer than what it has been. Well, that's... Let me get out of the water. Well, that's gonna do it for this one. I remove those two from it. So we will prep and ready these eggs for next time. Charizard out. We can put all 3 eggs, even though we don't need all 3. We are gonna hatch all 3. Okay. But that is gonna do it for this one. We are saving Porygon, 2 and Politoed and Cubfu for the next stream of Pokemon. I'm probably gonna stream some other games in between because I don't know how soon I'll have Shadow King available for a Cubfu and to do the Politoed trade. So make sure that you have your notifications on for whether you're following on Twitch or subscribed on YouTube to make sure you don't miss out on the finale of the Isle of Armor set. I am numbering these separately from the main game to the DLC 1 and 2. So when we start the Crown Tundra, you'll see a thumbnail and stuff, and everything will be labeled with a 1 again. That way, everything's compartmentalized. It's an overarching series, but it's segmented into certain parts. So, like, if you want to just follow along or rewatch like a certain section, then you have a beginning point for each of those. That's kind of just how the way it seemed the best to sort everything. But yeah. So, if you enjoyed this one, make sure to leave a like. If you're new and haven't done so already, consider subscribing. Also consider joining the channel membership for $1 a month. You get a shout out when you do. There'll be links down in the description below. Some of them will be Twitch links. Some of them will be social media. Both will be worth checking out. There will be a video and a playlist on screen for you guys to continue your watching journey here on the channel. And with all that said, I will see you guys there.